What's going on, guys? It's me again, bringing you guys an update real quick. So it is currently Thursday, April 27th, and looks like these guys are moving a lot more now. I believe today is day 5, and as you can see the little orange sac still attached to them. And what that is that's yolk that they're eating or feeding off of right now. And as soon as that runs out, then they will start free swimming. The majority of them have taken off from the slate and landed somewhere on the ground, and there's still a good amount on the slate right there. Now what worries me is that my filter is still running, so I'm gonna have to turn that off eventually. Maybe I think I'll turn it off. I don't know. I might have to turn it off tomorrow morning. I'm gonna leave it on one more night, but I am going to go ahead and do a water change. Now, to do a water change for a fry tank is pretty simple. So I recommend that you get a white bucket like this one right here. And then I recommend that you get some sort of tubing right here. And what you're going to do is you're going to stick one end into the aquarium, and then you're going to have the other end into the bucket. And then of course you're going to have to suck onto the tube to get the water to siphon out of the aquarium. So that's what I'm gonna do. This should be fairly easy because they're not moving around too much, so I can just kind of go around them and take out some water and then add some new water in here. I'm not gonna be taking out too much because the slate's pretty tall. I don't want to deplete anything more than the slate's height. So I'm probably just gonna do maybe this much. I just want to get rid of some of the small debris here, and maybe in the corners back there, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna go ahead and get started right now. Alright guys, here we go. I got my tripod set up, and so it's gonna work like this. I'm putting this end into the aquarium, and this end is going to go into the bucket. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to open the top. Now I'm using a tripod to record this, so I won't be able to move the camera angles too much, but you guys will see the important part, which is me siphoning out the water and debris in the tank. So here we go, guys. Go ahead and start this now. Hopefully you guys can see this. So the main thing is to be very careful not to get too close to the fry. Alright guys, so I went ahead and I got rid of the amount of water that I needed to get rid of, and I didn't get rid of too much. For fry, I only recommend that you do like a 25% water change once a day. The most important thing about the water change is to be consistent about it, because they need their water changed every day. I recommend every day. If you miss a day or two, make sure you make up for it by doing a 50% or 75% water change. Now you might be wondering, why so many water changes? The reason being is that when the angelfish is growing, you want to make sure that they grow properly. Especially if you're trying to sell these fish later on. because if you don't do the water changes, they're gonna grow up looking really deformed, and they're not gonna look appealing, and people are not gonna buy your angelfish. If you sell stunted or deformed angelfish to somebody, and you know your picture says otherwise, you're gonna be in a lot of hot water for that. And it's not even worth it. If you're not gonna put in the work anyways, then don't breed angelfish and don't raise angelfish fry, because water changes are a big part of that. Just think of it this way: the more water changes you do, the more you're going to be rewarded in the end. It's a long journey, it's a long process, but it'll be worth it. You just have to have the motivation and determination, and you have to keep your focus. And most important of all, you have to be patient. This is not an overnight thing, you know, this is going to be something that's long term. But anyway, so I got rid of the amount of water that I wanted to get rid of. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put water back in here. Now this is actually an important step that you have to do with caution and try to do it correctly. The reason why I'm saying that is, you know, with your bigger tanks and with your bigger fish, you can just put water in there, and you know, you can be a little bit more lenient with the water pressure entering the aquarium. With the fry, you don't want to do that. You don't want to have too much pressure coming back into the aquarium. So you want to make sure that when you're putting water back into your tank, your fry tank, you want to make sure you do it gently. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I might have mentioned this in some of my previous videos. I got this mat just in case I make a mess. And as you can see, I did make a mess. I didn't do it on purpose, but I know I'm a messy person, so that's why I got this mat. Alright guys, so as you can see, I am slowly returning water back in here. So I'm going to continue to do this until the tank is filled back up. Alright guys, so I just took my filter media out, and I'm looking in here. I don't really see any fry in here. There's really nothing in here. I'll even zoom in for you guys. Hold on. So yeah, I mean, there's a white egg or some sort of fungus in there on the right corner right there, but there's no fry in here. So happy about that. I didn't lose any fry or anything like that. I still got my water going right here. So all I gotta do is wait till it fills back up, and then we're good to go. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did the water change, and I think I'm gonna leave the filter running about one more day, and then I think by tomorrow morning I'm gonna turn it off. I think they can go another day with the hang on the back filter on. I'm getting kind of nervous because I know the next 3 days, next 2 to 3 days when they finally start free swimming, I'm gonna be working my butt off. I'm doing all these water changes and feeding them, and on top of the water changes, I gotta start hatching baby brine shrimp, which that's one of the most things that I hate. One of the things that I hate most about breeding angelfish is just hatching baby brine shrimp, because man, it just sometimes, you know, you'll put your eggs. Sometimes you'll, you know, get your eggs, your salt, your water, and your bowl or whatever that you use, and sometimes they don't hatch, and then, you know, it takes about a day, sometimes a day and some hours for the baby brine shrimp to hatch. And sometimes when it doesn't work, it's frustrating, and then you gotta wait another day to feed your fry. And I've never had any luck with like frozen baby brine shrimp or anything like that, or that Insta baby brine shrimp, where like it's supposedly supposed to instantly turn into baby brine shrimp and feed your babies. That never works out for my fry. Let me know if you guys have experienced some of that stuff, or let me know if you guys have any other methods that's worked for you when you have those days where, you know, you don't have any baby brine shrimp to feed your fry and you have to improvise and do something else. Usually what I like to do is I like to freeze my baby brine shrimp, and sometimes they'll go after that, but Nothing beats live baby brine shrimp. So, but anyways, I did the water change. Everything looks good. The only thing left to do is to clean the glass a little bit. I like to do that. People say, you know, not to do this, but I mean, I do this all the time. It's not gonna harm your fish or your babies if it's not getting in your water. So relax, guys. And this is going to help all my viewers see my babies better, so that's good. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share this video, and most importantly, make sure that you tune in tomorrow so I can give you guys another update. I'm still working on a few other videos, taking my time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye.